Bitcoin has tanked around 10%, and Ethereum is down about 5%. The entire market is losing money. Why is that? Well, it is because that arbitrary number when it comes to $100,000. Everyone knew that it was possibly coming. We saw volume that was going down. So if I look at Bitcoin, here, no, I want to look at Ethereum on this one. But if I open up here, dun dun dun, hey, and I hope everyone's doing okay here. But no, I'm pretty sure that the collapse is not going to last much longer here. So I'll tell you where the price targets, and I can't freaking spell volume. Thank you. Gosh. Okay, so volume was going down after this massive move up. And so we could see that we are losing steam. And here, let me now get rid of the volume. And we can look at what Bitcoin has done. So by the retracements here, the golden pocket is actually not till $80,000. That would be gnarly if we ended up going all the way down to $80,000. The real floor for Bitcoin isn't till about 73. However, right around this area between 90 and 88, okay, between the Fibonacci extensions 0.38 and 0.5, that's where I suspect we are going to get a bounce, and we may end up seeing Bitcoin get up to close to 100 and then fluctuate around here, because right now there is quite a bit of leverage out there for Bitcoin in these higher areas. Okay, we've got billions of dollars sitting here. Well, probably right around like $1 billion worth of stuff. We've got 111 million worth of shorts going on around 97,000. We probably have the highest amount of leverage around the 99,000 with 108. So pretty close, but around that 97 is probably the most here. So there's around $1 billion in leverage for Bitcoin here. And we have gone down to around 91 flat. And if you saw my video yesterday, I was talking about Bitcoin going down to around 92, and we blew past that. So I suspect 88 to right where we are now before we get a bounce. And if I'm looking on the daily, which just closed, this is an indecision candle here. So, and what I mean by indecision candle is it's a doji candle. It's a spinning top on the bottom of a trend. And we just got back into good territory on the RSI. Anything above 50 is saying that we are in basically the bull market, right? Where we're all guns are loaded and we're ready to go to the moon. So I'm excited for that. And if I look at Bitcoin dominance, okay, Bitcoin dominance is now potentially going to break this trend line that we have held onto for a freaking, God, how many weeks? For basically ever, right? Where the dominance has just been going up the last year and a half. Now we are now touching this trend line. And if we break below this, that's basically when the alt season is going to start, because money is going to come out of Bitcoin and it's going to flow into big caps like Ethereum and Solana and XRP. Then once those super pump, then money's going to go from them and into silly meme coins, not the big ones like Doge in them. Doge is going to pump with the large caps. Then once that happens, all that money, those coins are going to go to zero because everyone's going to take the money and put it back into Bitcoin. But there's a couple things that are happening here that is pretty interesting. And we're getting so much news about Bitcoin, all right? Even Ripple or Rumble, which is about YouTube's alternative here, they're putting $20 million into the treasury. MicroStrategy has bought another, what was it, $6 billion worth of Bitcoin when Bitcoin was at 98. So last Friday, right? And this is potentially an engulfing candle, but it's almost like a piercing line candle. So it's a little bit bearish because of how big it is here on the weekly. However, I'm not super worried about it because of the sentiment when it comes to crypto in general. We just broke above 92 again. So the bulls are trying to beat the bears, and they may be in control of this stuff. If I look at Ethereum, okay, so Ethereum, right? Ethereum, everyone thinks it is dead, but there's no way something is going to die when it has a bigger market cap than Netflix. It's just silly to think, okay? And on the hourly here, we have gone from, what was that, 3,500 to now underneath 3,300. That's an 8% correction. That is a pretty decent correction there. To me, if you see me on my Instagram, I opened up a $200,000 trade on Ethereum because I believe this sucker is going to bounce right here. And why is one of the reasons why I believe this guy is going to bounce? Well, because we have already hit the golden pocket of the retracement here, right? And just move this guy out of here. We are bouncing right off the 0.5 Fibonacci level. And we've got some pretty strong support here right at the 3,300. So if I move this over, right, and we go here and we just start looking back at where this is, okay, look at this. Here is strong support. This support was resistance for a month before, right? And now we're starting to bounce on top of it to make it as support, what used to be resistance. So for me, this is a decent entry, right? To start scaling into stuff. Yeah, it is scary, right? Because we're bouncing off here. Because truthfully, worst case scenario is that we have crypto crashing, at least Ethereum crashing all the way down to 28-ish. Okay, that's this level. And this level is a pretty strong level because if I go back here, we can see that it's been here. I got to go further back here to show as far as how big of a support it has been. Okay, so that 27, I would hate for that to happen, right? I would hate for that to happen because I will be stuck into the trade and I will have to add another $100,000 worth of leverage to keep the damn thing open, right? And as of right now, I am up 27,000 for the month, right? Pretty decent month for the Trump pump. I am just a simple middle class. I am no crypto face, right? So no $1 million trades going out here. Max I'm doing is about 200,000. I like support and resistance. I like volume profiles. I like very clean charts, and I like sentiment and fundamentals and trends. This is not a market where I am shorting. Okay, so for Ethereum, where is the green magnets for Ethereum? Green and yellow magnets. Well, they are right around the $3,500 range, okay? Which, to me, whenever we look at liquidation levels, these levels like to go stop hunting. So even though Ethereum hasn't really moved a freaking whole hell of a lot, this is not a market that I am going to risk shorting, okay? So this week, yesterday, if you followed me, I closed around $5,500 worth of a trade, which was my weekly target. So I'm good, right? But then because of this giant dip, I decided to get back in. And if I'm just drawing simple trend lines, right? You don't need much, okay? Why do I want to short this? This is going up. This is going up. And this is on the weekly. On the daily, it's going to look even better than that if it loads. Okay. We are going up. We are going up. and there will come a time that we will end up having to short. And when that time comes, I will let everybody know, right? And Rusty says, hey, I love your channel. Keep up the great. Hey, of course, man. And so anybody that's getting into this, I've got some links in the description with ZoomX and Blowflin where you don't have to use a VPN or KYC. But I want you guys to pay attention and make sure that you're using low leverage, 5x at most, right? You'll see a lot of big guys on the internet that use 50 or whatnot, but they lose a whole lot of money too. You want to have breathing room, right? It's gambling if you're above 10x. So with those two, where is my target? Well, my target for Ethereum is right at the magnet here of the shorts, is right around the $3,500 range. We might end up bouncing from there, but if we end up getting there, I will take profits in the trade. But truthfully, this sucker is going to 4,000. Ethereum is cheap under 4,000. With Bitcoin, we are going above 100,000, right? Michael Saylor says that we're going to, 13 million. And here, let me look back here for Bitcoins before I just get into a couple of the others. Bitcoin, right? There is so many shorts right around 100,000. We're going to bust through all this. Right here, this could be 92,000. Are people trying to short from here? God, I feel bad for people that are trying to short at 92,000. It's just ridiculous to me. The sentiment has changed. Don't be shorting this stuff, right? That's just going against. You're going to be trying to find a falling knife. Yes, we could go down to about 88,000. Okay, and Ethereum could go to 2,700, but that's not where I'm thinking. Mars, what does he say? He says he's up 81,000 on Doge spot. Damn, dude. Damn. Good for you, dude. So let's look at Doge. And, Doge broke out of this symmetric triangle and it hit the price target. You see this little guy that I have here? Boom, boom, boom. That was the price target. Hit it. And then what happened? We retraced. Now we're using it as support, right? So right now, if I move this guy up, that looks like we are bouncing off support. And what do I have a perpetual contract here? Is that what I'm looking for? Or has it just been that long since Doge has been this high? Yeah, it's been that long since Doge has been high. Truthfully, Doge could go down to around 34 before it bounces again, right? But here we can see that this wick here is already trying to bounce up. So alts are going to happen. And again, here on the daily, we have an indecision candle with a spinning top, right? And then if I look at XRP has been moving, and dang, look at the daily here. We have a flag having, we've got like another symmetric triangle with a pennant that's coming out here. Okay. This guy, again, just simple. I don't even care that we are oversold on the RSI right now because money is flowing in. It can stay there for quite a long time. That's going to give us a new all-time high for the year of 170, right? And so here, let me look. Dun, dun, dun. I'm not currently trading this, but I own a whole hell of a lot of XRP because I just like XRP. So let's zoom out, see where this guy is. Boom, that is the top of right here. Again, we're going to see a wall, some resistance. That would be take some profits. Eventually, we'll bounce above it and hit new all-time highs because things are going to go parabolic. And the funny thing about markets right now is they can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. So don't go against the trend, right? If it snows, grab a sled, slide down there. Don't be climbing up the damn mountain with the snow. It's going to be too hard, right? But then when the market gives you an escalator, take the damn escalator. It's not that hard to comprehend, but people don't want to see that. Ethereum, as of right now, is starting to pump just briefly here. I could see the market staying stagnant till Thanksgiving. I could see this lots of fluctuation. Honestly, it would be good if Bitcoin stays in the $90,000 range for the next 3 to 4 days while the Bitcoin dominance goes down so that money flows into alts. That would be awesome. Usually at Thanksgiving, it's the rocket for everything. But we could see a lot of movement and it skyrocket to 100,000 because what is interesting is there's so many markets, so many stocks that have hit all-time highs today. Tesla hit one, Microsoft hit one, Walmart hit one, the S&P 500, is over. You know, here, I drew this a little while ago where we were having an ascending triangle. And so this ascending triangle really break out here from a few days ago, right? We are now over 6,000, and this is actually at 661, like 6,200 is really. And right now we broke a new all-time high of 6,025. It's interesting that the markets, traditional markets, finance markets are getting all-time highs, but crypto is tanking, right? So that's something that you got to pay attention to too. People are just taking profits. They're just taking profits right now. And as long as Bitcoin stays above 70,000, I know that sounds ridiculous. As long as we stay above 70,000, we are still doing well. Okay. So this is the update for today. I let you know where I'm at. I'm up 5,500 for the week. I'm up 2,700 for trading for the month, you know, and my HODL wallet is up substantially more in stocks and in crypto, right? But just trading, doing pretty well. Just opened up another trade of 200,000, and I'm actually using 6.75 leverage on my Ethereum trade. My target is right around that 3,550. That's when I'll want to take the most profits, as long as I don't get ushy gushy and try to scale out. We'll see what happens, because yesterday was a gnarly day. Yesterday was a really weird day to trade. And, you know, I'll just tell you why here before I just get off here, because I got dinner plans here. But looking at the full chart, it was very interesting, because yesterday on the daily, okay, actually it's better to see the 4 hour. Actually, no, the daily's fine. Okay, because we went to an all-time high of 3,500. The 4 hours probably better, right? And then we instantly tanked. Tanked and went down to 3,300, then came back up, then tanked again, then came back up, and now we're doing it again, right? So I'm not too worried about this. And these little lines here are just all my alerts. I've got a lot of alerts. Usually I set them right around the even numbers of $50. So if I'm in a trade, you know, when I start it, I will do it every $50, you know, so that I know, hey, if things are going against me, I can get out, kind of a thing, because I move my stops and my take profits quite a bit based on sentiment, you know, but it's looking decent right now, because we've got a high, a higher high, then a higher high, right? We just broke a lower low here, but I kind of think that this potentially could be just a liquidation pin bar candle, you know, Pinocchio bar. And it was just to get all the leverage out, because we got rid of something like $500 million today worth of longs, because people are using too much effing leverage. That's why you got to stay under 10. I would like to see everyone stay 5-ish, you know. But hey, I'm thinking we're going to have a couple green days coming soon here, especially with some of the alts. If it doesn't happen this week, it's probably going to happen next week into the first week of December. But this is Johnny Crypto, here to help you guys make some money.